Hi, I'm going to talk about what career options you can explore in the data field. If you're good with numbers and you want to have a career in data, what career choices you have? The first career that comes to my mind is the data science field, which is very popular nowadays. For the last 10 years, data science has gained popularity in almost all industries. So it's a natural choice for people good with numbers, people with a mathematical or scientific technical background to go into data science. There is a huge demand for data scientists in almost all industries. Companies hire data scientists to analyze data, to solve business problems through algorithms, automating systems for varieties of things. And this is across all kinds of sectors, regardless of which sector you will be working in. You will be using data and models and mathematics to solve problems. Other than data science, also there are many career options you can explore. For example, you can become an operation research expert. Operation research is a field of mathematics. If you are coming from mathematics background or industrial engineering background, I'm sure you've heard about operation research. In fact, operation research is also taught in school curriculums in some countries. For example, in India, people learn and students learn operation research even in high school. So operation research is more about optimization algorithms to solve problems. If you've heard about linear programming, that's one of the operation research technique that is used to solve varieties of problems in many industries, in manufacturing, in supply chain, in real estate, in aviation, in many industries use operation research techniques. So they hire operation research experts for different kinds of roles, right? So this role is very similar to the data science role, but it's specific to only optimization, whereas data science is a lot broad in that way. And this next career I'm going to talk about is quantitative finance. It's a career that has been there for almost 4 to 5 decades now. Many people from technical background, from engineering and science background or economics finance background, they work in quantitative finance. They build models to solve problems in finance and investment. There is a huge overlap, no doubt about it, between quantitative finance and data science. However, there are a lot of models you learn in quantitative finance that you do not learn in data science, or these models are only useful in finance and investment and not so useful in other industries. Right, one example is you have Black-Scholes model in quantitative finance that is useful in finance and investment, but not so much useful in other industries. For example, in the manufacturing industry or in the supply chain, in the e-commerce industry, right? So if you have interest in numbers, if you're good with numbers, you have interest in finance and investment, you can make a career in quantitative finance. There are plenty of opportunities in all kinds of banks, insurance companies, hedge funds, for career for people coming from numerical background, people with technical background in science and engineering. And then the opportunities are good, the money is quite good, actually you can make a lot of money there. Algorithmic trading is also a subfield of quantitative finance. If you are really a smart trader, you can learn some algorithm and can venture into algorithmic trading. That's also a career that you can explore in the industry. And then the next career I'm going to talk about is the actuarial science. That's a very less known career option. I would say not many people have heard about it, but it's a very lucrative career. People in actuarial science, those who are actuaries, they make a lot of money actually in the industry. They work in the insurance, reinsurance companies, and they use data and they build models. So it's a very mathematical career. If you have interest in mathematics or statistics, I think this is one career option you can explore. I think in most countries you have the actuarial society where you can enroll and you can write their own exams, And once you clear those exams, you can start. You don't have to qualify as an actuary before you start working as an actuary. After clearing a couple of papers, you can already start working as an actuary, and later over time you can complete all the papers and become a qualified actuary and become the fellow member of the actuarial society. In the US, in the UK, or in India, you have the actuarial society. You can go and enroll for the exams. Very cost effective. That means it won't cost you much, but the opportunities are amazing. And if you have qualification in actuarial science, you can also work in quantitative finance. That really helps. You can also work as a data scientist, and you can work as a data analyst as well. If you have a couple of papers in actuarial science on your CV, then that will get a lot of weightage in the interview process in other fields also, such as data science or quantitative finance. So that's one career options you can explore. The next one is in data engineering, right? Data engineering is more to do with storing data, ensuring that the data is of good quality and it's stored properly, and migrating data from one system to the other. Data engineers compared to the data scientists. So the demand for data engineer is more compared to the demand for data scientists. If you're good with numbers, you can also explore a career in data engineering. It's an engineering field, but you need to work in data. You need to be good in with numbers. So that's one career you can explore. Then the other career options I'm going to talk about is working as a data analyst, actually, which is a very similar career to data engineering. So data analysts are people actually who do not build models, but they work in extracting data, doing some basic reporting activities. Reporting is not just about showing numbers, but it's also about summarizing numbers, making good charts and all. So they are also use a lot of mathematics, right? If you're good with numbers, I think that's also a decent career for you, right? One other career option that you can explore is to work as a business analyst, right? Business analysts play a very important role. They work with tech people, they work with business people. They are the intermediaries between technology people and people from business, and they are the one who actually do a lot of analysis themselves, right? Taking data from the business people, doing analysis and explaining that to the tech people for product development. Okay, so especially in finance and banking, the role of business analyst is very, very important. They translate the business requirement in the language of technology and in the language of modeling. And if you are good with numbers, I think you can really do well there, right? Not just in finance, but also in other fields also. For example, in the e-commerce or in the tech sector, people working as business analysts, oftentimes they're called as product managers. There is a bit of an overlap, although product managers do work on all kinds of other things, but they do a lot of business analysts also. They crunch numbers, they do all kinds of things. For example, one thing product managers do in e-commerce companies is to do an A/B testing. Okay, it's a data analysis work, right? But it's not about automation, but it's about understanding customer behavior. Okay, so you're doing some sort of research using data and using in simple models, but you are not working as a data scientist, but you are helping the data scientist to build product features based on your recommendation. So you are more of an intermediary between the people, the sales people, the business people, and actually the tech people, the data scientists and the IT people, right? So that's also an interesting career actually, in business analysis or in product management. Then in management consulting also you can make a career. It's not for everyone. There are not many roles in management consulting, and you need to have an MBA from top university in order to be able to get a job in management consulting. However, if you are able to make it, I think it's good. It's a good career option, I would say. And there also you will be using numbers, because you will be doing a lot of analysis on different industries. And nowadays, any analysis you do in consulting, some of the top consulting firms, management consulting firms, are McKinsey, Bain, Boston consulting firms, and there are many boutique management consulting firms in many countries. You can also work with big four consulting firms, Deloitte and KPMG, PwC. They also do management consulting, so there you can also work. One other career you can also explore as someone who loves mathematics is to work in finance as an equity researcher. It's a very traditional finance career, but it's a career where you will be using data and numbers almost every time. So if you're good with numbers and for lover of mathematics, I think this is one career you can explore. Of course, you need to have interest in finance. Otherwise, this is not something that you will enjoy. As a math lover, you can also work as a statistician. If you have degrees in statistics or mathematics or industrial engineering, you can work as a full-time statistician. It's a very traditional career. It's been there for many decades now. It's a career that is similar to data science, but you are purely a statistician. You use very theoretical statistics to solve problems. For example, randomized control trial, right? Something that data scientists don't use, but statisticians do use. So that kind of work, right? Sampling, survey, researching on surveys or doing analysis on survey data. That's something data scientists don't they focus on, but statisticians do. So many companies do hire specialized statisticians. So there also you can work. And then one other career that you can explore is to work as a risk manager. For example, how to summarize data, how to understand the summary statistics, how to understand the output of statistical models or quantitative risk models. So you are less of a quant, more of a manager there, but you still have to have a quant background. That means you need to have a background in mathematics or some technical field. Then you can also work as a clinical researcher, for example. Clinical research is a traditional career in the pharmaceutical industry. It's a career suited for statisticians. If you have a degree in statistics, you can work as a in the clinical research area in the pharmaceutical industry, and that's also a very good career option in my view. It's been there for many decades now. It's still quite there, and they're very specialized modeling technique used to understand or to do trial for the new drugs. Okay, in the pharmaceutical industry, you won't learn those things in a generic data science role. I mean, you cannot move from e-commerce data science role to a clinical research directly without knowing the insider things in clinical research. Very specialized roles, that also something you can explore. If you're an economist, right, you have a background in economics, you have masters or PhD in economics, you can work as an economist in different companies, especially in banks and insurance companies, but also in all kinds of other industries. You can work as an economist. It's a highly numerical role where you'll be using data and numbers all the time, right? So these are some of the career options you can explore, because sometimes people only focus on data science and not on other fields which are related to data and numbers. Other than data science also, there are many other career options you can explore. If you have questions, do not hesitate to ask me in the comment section or write to me. See you in the next video, guys.